All right, we're officially live, buddy.
All right.
Let me get a chance to share this real quick.
Yeah, you pressed it already?
We're currently live.
What it says starting live broadcast?
There we go. Let's keep it just so. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Let's go and do this. It's still saying starting live broadcast still?
That's fine now.
Oh.
All right. So get off my screen. I don't care. Close all
Is the
that.
camera on, y'all? What's up, America?
Everybody's tuning in now.
It says trying to reconnect.
Let me see. Just hold it for now.
You're live, all right?
Just let it probably trying to get back on the connection.
Slow connection.
Still doing it?
Yeah.
All right. So it's now on. We're now going. What's up, everyone? It's Mr. Pacos Chingasos here, and I got a special episode for you. I got my good buddy Mitchell Johnson here.
It's good, y'all.
And yeah, if you read the description of this video, we're going to talk about life after high school. We're going to talk about comedy career, acting career, and etc. Because this guy is a busy guy. I know he's there's a lot about this guy, man. And we're going to get right into it. And I'm going to pull this back up on my phone, so forgive me for taking one more moment. I know we said it one, and yeah, whatever, cool, hashtag YOLO, and everything else. And
YOLO.
All right. So now I got it pulled up. Make sure we still have good audio and good everything else. So how's it going, man? How's it going, man? How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, and I'm excited. You episode 6 is here, and it's a good day. It's a good Saturday. It's nice outside. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Can't complain. I'm sorry I'm on my phone again. I'm trying to pull up questions that I have already set. There they are. All right. So before we get into this, I just want to let you know there's two things about this podcast. The first thing is kind of like a rule. The first thing is I know there's two things I don't talk about on this podcast: politics and religion. If we can go with that, we'll get going.
Let's go.
And the second thing is if anybody hasn't told you that they're excited to see you today, just know that I am.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Proud to be on the show, man. You know,
Yes,
doing
sir.
a lot around the 806 area, man.
Yes, sir. You're a busy guy, my friend. You know, just we get right into it because this one's kind of like a musical background question, but I think it goes with whatever that you do. You know, so it's like I'm gonna say describe your background in like comedy. What got you started in doing comedy?
Well, what started me out in comedy? I was about, I gotta say, 5, 6 years old. I lay eyes to Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and Martin Lawrence. Those three guys is like legends. Like to go to my Mount Rushmore. That's why I put on the Mount Rushmore of comedies and stuff. Now, Martin Lawrence has been my idol since I was like 4 years old. So yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
all his stand-ups and his shows, his movies, it's been a big inspiration for me. You know, been sticking to it. You know, trying to be funny, like around other people. I'd be telling these jokes and stuff, and they would just be laughing.
Right. And I feel that, man. Martin Lawrence, we used to have this cartoon that we used to rent from Hastings all the time. Bebe's Kids.
Yeah.
So you know that's the first one, like first anything Martin Lawrence I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then from there, so I respect you come from with that. It's like Martin Lawrence is hands down one of the greatest.
Yeah.
But
One of the greatest.
you know, it's like talking with like with my dad. My dad rented like Eddie Murphy's Raw,
Mhm.
and then I've seen Richard Pryor's old stuff and just his only stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. But like Richard Pryor in movies, I love The Toy
Mhm.
with Tim and Jackie Gleason.
Yeah. Classic, man.
Yeah,
Classic.
that was a classic. There's another one where he was moving,
Mm-hmm.
and they got that dude Dana Carvey. And he looked
yeah,
in his
yeah,
car,
yeah.
and he kept every time he see him, he was like, "Oh yeah, that dude split personality. He fucked up your car, man."
Oh man, Richard Pryor, man. Richard Pryor, man, he's like the rawest guy in show business, man. Like sometimes when he be telling his jokes and stuff, like he did a joke of this old man called Mudbone.
Yeah.
And how Richard Pryor got into a fire accident and he was doing jokes of him, and I was like, dude, are you talking about yourself, man? Like, why?
You know, the best thing about the best thing about comedy is like if you can look at yourself and laugh at yourself, man, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
And then I draw inspiration on Pete Davidson. If y'all know who Pete Davidson is.
I know Pete.
I draw inspiration on him, man. And Pete Davidson is he's funny too. He's the go-to.
Oh yeah, I like his comedy, and Pete Davidson's been with every girl that everybody's ever wanted
Man,
to be with.
Ariana Grande, I'm like, dude, come on, man, Jesus. And then got Kanye talking about him too. I'm like, dang, man, you try to get there, dude.
Yeah.
Dang.
That dude is just living controversy.
Yeah, man, like really, I'm like, dude. I was like, you a smart guy, man, because going against Kanye West, man, you must be the craziest motherfucker on earth, man. I'm telling you, dude. God.
All right. We already have a comment, and it's Jason Crespin. He says, "We love Mitcheal." So,
hey, what's up, Jason? See you tonight, man.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone.
That's our director for production, Dream Girls. If
Oh,
anybody,
really?
I gotta say this. If anybody else, we doing our 2 final shows for Dream Girls tomorrow night and today. We can get you can get your tickets at emeraldtheater.org or go to the box office at Emerald Theater. We have the tickets there, and oh my God, y'all need to come see this show. Great all-star cast. You know, everybody on there is on point. Singing's on point. Acting phenomenal, very phenomenal. Y'all take a chance. You know, if y'all ain't got nothing to do, come out tonight and come support us. You know, it's a two final shows tomorrow night and tonight.
Okay. You heard it here tonight and tomorrow. Get out there and go see Dream Girls. That was it?
Dream Girls.
Now, before I go any further, do you need anything to drink? You want some water or anything like that? So, if you are, we got tea, Dr. Pepper Zero in here, and then there's water, like bottled water behind you. I'm going to go ahead and get one just because just talking a bit makes me, got to keep it, you know what I mean?
I know, man, I know.
So, don't mind me at all. You need water?
Oh, I got my boy Declan, my manager, Declan Hershey. He's in the podcast. He's sitting in the back area. Declan, say what's up, man.
What up, people?
Here you go, sir. Yep. All right. So, you're going to get right into it. Actually, you know what? This question can be a 2-for-1. So, you explained your comedy background influences and who it got you into it. What got you into comedy. So, now acting. Describe your acting background or how you got started into the acting and some of your influences.
I got started in acting when I was about 10 years old. My grandma, she used to do plays for churches, and I used to be one of the little kids in one of the shows. Like we do like Christmas shows and Thanksgiving shows, like churches, like church events and stuff. And then I did another church events. My aunt Kissy Cummings, she's the co-director of Dream Girls that I'm doing. She did a show. She did a theater, like a little theater kind of play at church and stuff. That's how I fell in love with it. I've been a fan of William Shakespeare when I was a kid. You know, I used to read books on William Shakespeare, on how his plays are, how his drama. He got drama, comedy, romantic. I was like, William Shakespeare is like the top prayer of my acting, like doing like play wise, you know.
Yes, sir.
And my influences, like the influence of acting, I draw influence on Denzel Washington, Michael B. Jordan, and I gotta say Tom Cruise.
Okay. So, what are your three favorite movies from? Okay, each person that you just named your favorite movie from them that they've done.
I gotta say my favorite Denzel Washington movie is Mo Blues. Mo Blues is about a guy. He's running a jazz club and he's like doing like blues and stuff and like jazz and stuff. It's a Spike Lee. If anybody know who Spike Lee is, he's like the most phenomenal director. He done like Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever, Malcolm X, like good power movies, like from like racial profile movies. You think? And Michael B. Jordan, I gotta say all the Creed movies. basically all the Creed movies and Jumper that he
Okay.
did like a long time ago. It's like all the Creed movies I've seen. Like the only movie I like from the Creed movie is Creed 3.
Okay.
And Tom Cruise, I gotta say Top Gun.
Oh, can't go wrong with Top Gun, man. I'm with you right there.
Top Gun is the best, man. Because, man, I joined like I did a lot of like when I go up on stage and stuff, I do a lot of Top Gun reference from like Goose.
Yeah. Hell
Goose,
yeah.
Goose is the greatest. Like Goose is my favorite character on Top Gun. Like, oh my god, he reminds me of me back in high school because how funny I was and how goofy I was back in high school and
Right.
all the guys that I went to high school with, like you, I was funny, man. Like really, like right on funny. Like I used to tell jokes and stuff, and everybody's like, "Dude, you're really fucking hilarious, man. I can't take you serious."
No, I got that, and you actually have another comment on here. It says, "Love you, nephew. Keep up the good work, Aunt Kisha."
Oh, thanks, hey Keisha. I love you. I'll
Oh,
see you
Keisha?
tonight.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I read it and I was like, Keisha. I was like, okay, hey Keisha, yes sir. And so now we're gonna go right into it's like, what are your favorite genres of comedy and like act? So I mean, I'm sorry, man. These are like
I
the
know,
music
man.
chorus. So all right, I'm gonna ask it. So it's like, what are your favorite genres? You know, you got different genres of comedy, and you got different genres of movies. What, when you're doing your comedy, what kind of genre do you see yourself doing? You know, like what?
I don't know. Basically, I just tell my story. You know,
Yeah.
like some from my childhood and some from like high school or any genre that I pick. I'll be like, because sometimes when I go out there, I write down all my jokes on the side and stuff,
Mhm.
see what like boom, which one I should I take, which one should I say to the people, you know. But I gotta say, most of them is my childhood.
Okay. And so then when you're acting, how like, so right now you're just doing this one, right? And
Mhm.
then you have other acting gigs lined up.
I sure do. I don't know if he's watching this. The director, his name is Robbie Hogan.
Okay.
I've been sitting on this for a while. I've been writing this. It's like a untitled James Bond film that I'm trying to do,
Mhm.
and we're trying to get that stuff. Trying to get it filmed at least by the end of summertime, but we're trying to release it sometime in October.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. All right then. So moving on to this next question. Honestly, I'm just gonna go is like let's talk about after graduation and what you did from there. Let's go.
Well, after graduation, after high school, I did odd jobs working and stuff, trying to make some money and stuff for my house, like because I live with my mom and my grandma.
Yes, sir.
And stuff. And like I've been doing comedy. I've been going to AC like stand up because AC used to have stand up clubs, like stand up clubs and stuff. And I used to go out there and like tell stories and stuff.
Okay.
And basically, man, you know, after high school, I just basically just been chilling, man. You know, doing my own thing, staying out the way.
Right. I feel that, man. I've had my fair share of ups and downs since high school. You know.
Yeah.
Started a family. You know, just went from that punk ass kid who wanted to be a skater.
Yeah.
And stuff to just. I don't know, man. I just do whatever I want now. It's
Yeah.
kind of just.
Shoot, there you go,
I mean,
man.
you see here, you know, Pacos Chingasos, and then I got Three Amigos, and then
Mhm.
there's Bomb City Pile Driver, and then Corrosive Wrath with my buddies, and just, and I'm busy.
Oh,
So I'm
man, it's
busy.
everywhere, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's trying to get the name out. You know, this is one thing that I think I'm really good at is like, you know, like making podcasts and just I don't know, making funny videos.
Yeah.
I think I'm funny sometimes. So.
See, everybody be looking at my TikTok videos and stuff. That's how I got famous. Is like TikTok. Because TikTok, if you put your stuff down on TikTok, man, you get like the most views and stuff. Like they give you money, like straight up money for it. Like some of them, like I know this girl. She told me that she used to sell like art,
Mhm.
and she sent me like some art pictures that are really nice and stuff. And she said she got like almost like $200, like $300, $400.
Oh hell yeah!
And I'm like, dang, they make money off of TikTok. I didn't know that.
So what you're saying is I need to get more funny than you.
Man, I'm telling you, man, we all do. Shoot, we all need that money.
listen, YouTube, like sign me up.
I'm telling you, hey, sign us up, man. We can do some funny stuff on camera, man. We can get paid. I'm telling y'all, man.
Have you seen any of the promo videos that I make for like the Three Amigos?
Oh, not yet, man.
So after this, I'll show you. So
Okay.
one of the things you might find this funny. So I always do the '90s. Oh, didn't see you there skit. So it's like doing something random, and then the camera comes up and it goes, "Oh, hey, I didn't see you there." You know, it's like so I'll do you're probably wondering what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And then I'll go, we won't get into that. Well, we will get into it. And I'll go like, yeah, blah, 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 Three Amigos podcast. And then I'll go back to doing whatever it is that I was doing.
Yeah.
So one of them I recorded here with my buddy Rob. We're sitting on the roof for no reason, just sitting on the roof, can of beer, just drinking, just listening to music. And then I did my promo. Another one that I did is I was over there on Western at this across the street from the Paramount Terrace Church. Jumped on top of this sign. And I was over there doing like, the Karate Kid, listening to everybody was kung fu fighting. It's just stuff like that. It's like damn. It's like we never know what Paco is going to be doing next.
For real, man. What the heck? What is he doing?
Yeah, I did one where I was in a tree just listening to music. It's just kind of how it goes. So I mean, get it, just get it from there, man.
Right.
All right. Enough of that. So my next question is tell me about your creative processes when you're writing jokes. Because I know other than your story, you got to be like doing other things like if you see something funny at work and you're like, oh, okay, that'd be killer, but you mix it up. So it's like, what is the creative process in your joke writing?
Well, I usually like take drawn from like other like processes from other comedians and stuff, and like I'll be watching their specials on like Netflix, HBO Max. Like each one that has like inspired me to do all that stuff. I just watch them and see how they move with it and how they work with it and how they voice it. Because some comedians they go out there and they say some random stuff and I'm like, hey, I might say that too. But I just be trying to take notes and stuff, try to see how funny they is. And the only thing is about comedy, like this one person told me, the only thing that makes the performance well is how the audience feel, Like, if the audience ain't feeling, then you're not feeling, You got to make sure the audience feel you, 'cause that's how you get numbered. That's how you get the word out, and that's how you get talk like the name, get your name out there, Because like other people, like they go out there and they just be like, man, I'm nervous, I can't do this. No, you want the audience here, and that's what they came for. Is for you,
Yeah.
And that's how I get my hype and my mood up, like how the audience feel, Because in this process of Dreamgirls, when I was doing the process of Dreamgirls, like Jason, like my director Jason said, you do what the audience, like bring the audience feel to you, like come to you, because you're gonna go out there and give you your best, Don't think you're gonna go out there and do your best though, but you're gonna like the audience is gonna feel like they're gonna feel how your tempo and how your mood is, because that's how show business is,
Yeah, it's kind of like doing like a metal show,
Yeah.
If you're nervous, people are gonna be like, ah, man, this dude, it's like I've had that feeling of like being nervous where I have to go outside and take a drink and just kind of just build my nerves up. That for a while I was wearing a mask on stage. Now I don't even wear the mask anymore. It's like you see my face, you know me, you know who I am. So it's like why do I need the mask? I just need my iconic, headband look and then just go from
and
there.
And the thing is, the reason why I got onto this is like that little theater, because like other people been sitting here and sing, they hear me act and stuff. And they was like, man, you need to come down, try for that little theater. And I was like, you know what, that sounds good, because I can put my name out there, because like when I started the comedy show, I didn't have my name out there. Nobody didn't know who I was,
Right.
They just looked at me like, who is this guy? And then after that, I put my all into it, and that's how I got my name out there, And that's how, what I'm saying? Emerald Theater is like, it's like a school, It's like a school of change, like trying to change yourself and how be better about yourself, because you always gonna have that big man upstairs, what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Be there and like guide you through, That's how I go with the flow with it,
Okay. I like that at all. Well, I like that a lot, actually. I'm sorry. So now moving this question I have is, I've seen a while back that you've tried out for the Amarillo Venom. I've seen that you've tried out for the Amarillo Dusters. Can you explain to me how that went and how just tell me the story of for playing and of trying out for this local team of ours, and I think it's like arena football or just I don't know if it was like actual.
Yeah, it's basically arena football. It's kind of like NFL a little bit, but it's indoor.
Kind of like XFL.
Kind of like it a little bit, because like you got sponsors, you got like paid coaches, you got paid players and stuff. Like I was gonna pretend to go to be a coach though, But after that, I went on ahead and did semi-pro football, and I did that for like some hard years and stuff. And I continued playing. And after that, I was like, man, I just want to stick to acting and acting and doing comedian because that's where all the money is at. That's how you're gonna get your respect, and that's how you're gonna get your spotlight at. I just stuck with the flow and acting and singing.
Okay. Did you play for Texas Tech too?
No. I didn't go to college. I went to AC for a little bit, and then
Okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at football pictures. I seen Texas Tech jersey, so I was like, all right, I'll ask. I was doing a little bit of homework. Came in and kind of watched. So what I did is like to get a little bit of homework. It's like we already knew each other very well in school, but it's like all right, it's like we've both been on our sides of what we do. I was like, all right, it's time for me to dive in, get some more information, work up my questions, and this and that. So it's like I dived in, so I was like looking at pictures and stuff. So I was only curious to ask about that, but I remember back in the day, it was like the Dusters and then the Venom. I remember you trying out and trying to play for them. So I just wanted to get touching on that, see how it went.
Yeah. Like
any good stories from there?
I'm still close friends with my middle school coach. His name is Julian Reese. He actually came to our show last night. At the radio show. He said, man, he loved it. Like he told me straight up, he said, man, I never seen one of my players that I used to coach back in the day is doing acting and doing real good at it. He said, man, I'm proud of you, man. You did good. And that's coming from like I never had a coach that like came up to me and told me that from the heart. Coaches, you good?
Water went down the wrong pipe. Okay.
Apologize, please. You good? See, Coach Reese, he's been there ever since I was in the 8th grade. He actually got me out of trouble a lot, and that's how I stuck with football. Because I just want to be better about myself. Because football will give you like respect and a lot of friends that come to you. That you never like seen before. But I think that's how I got my motive and my respect from Coach Reese.
Nice. So shout out to Coach Reese if you're watching. Reese. Yeah. There's no comments yet. That's all. So then, right here, this one's actually be good. Can you describe a challenging performance experience and how you handled it?
Man, I gotta say, my first comedy show that I did at the historical Black Culture Center. That was my first stand-up show, my first stand-up special show. I kind of went on stage and got kind of nervous, because I didn't know what kind of crowd I was going to get, but I went out there and did my best. And because some people get nervous. Some people do get nervous when they go out like a bigger crowd, like the Dreamers. I got nervous a little bit, but I went out there and did my best, Because, like I said, the audience is gonna feel you. They're gonna feel how funny you is and how cool you is and how good you is at this. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't pay hard money just to come see for nothing.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh yeah, because like everything, like it's like before I do anything, I pray. Because when you pray, it brings all that negative and that how you say it, nervous out and everything else. And I just pray before it. Every time I go, like before games, I pray.
Okay.
Make sure God is on my side and make sure He's watching me and make sure I'm doing the steps right and make sure I'm doing the singing, jokes. It's just blissful. That's just blessed.
Yes, sir. Sir, I respect that.
Oh yeah.
I respect that big time. And so this one right here says, what techniques do you use to prepare for a performance, both mentally and physically? So I know you pray, but is there anything else other than praying and kind of just talking with just praying?
Basically not just pray.
That's it.
That's all. Just pray because if you don't pray, you ain't gonna get nothing in this world, But praying, you do praying every day and every night, you're gonna have some confidence,
Yes, sir. We'll go from here. So I know in Dreamgirls you say that you sing. You also play the piano, right? You tell me what was that like singing and playing?
Oh man, I didn't thought I was gonna do this. I thought at first I was gonna try for James Thunder Early, because James Thunder Early is played by Eddie Murphy in the movie Dreamgirls, the 2006 Dreamgirls movie. It's got Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, Beyonce, like a whole all-star singing cast and stuff. But I went out for the role for James Thunder Early, and I went and I sung one of my cousin's songs from like back in the day. And I thought I was gonna get the role, and then my aunt Keisha and my aunt Kissy, they pulled me to the side, like, no, you got a role. You got a good role. And then I looked up, it said ensemble. So I had to look it up, and because like different, like Emerald Theater is different from high school, but I had to search it up, and they was like, yeah, you gotta do some singing. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stick with it, you know. But during the process of doing Dream Girls, we did when man rehearsals was nuts, like nuts. I never seen like a group of people that's so talented. Like this girl, this lady, her name is Tia Hunt. Tia, if you're watching this, shout out to Tia Hunt and her brother Todrick. When I first heard both of them sing, it blew me away. Like blew me away. And like I said, man, these people are here are talented, very talented. I never heard, like I've never seen people from our town be that so talented like that. Like, and this, her name is Natasha Gibson. She plays Effie White in the show. And when she went up there and sing, I'm not going. Man, like I was backstage and I heard her singing for the first time on stage, and it made me have a tear in my eye. I was like, man, I can't believe we got all this talent in Amarillo, and here it is.
Right.
Like here it is.
Hell yeah, honestly, man. In past podcasts that I've done, so far I've interviewed a lot of my metal buddies and stuff. Do you remember Shiloh Cordell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've interviewed Shiloh already on here, and he's actually I'm in the band with him.
Oh, okay.
Corrosive, yeah.
I ain't seen him in a while. I think we went to school together back in the day, a long time ago. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiloh, he's a good player. I got him on Facebook. I got him on Instagram. And he's good. He's a good player, man.
Yeah, man.
He's good. I like him.
In my opinion, he's one of the best drummers here.
Oh yeah, because I used to do drumming. I play drums too, and back in the day, I used to tell him, hey man, show me how to do the drums. And he went in there, did his thing, man. I was like, damn, man. I said, you and my dad, because my dad is a drummer too, man.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, man, you and my dad, man, y'all can play together, man. Y'all sound good.
So a lot of your music background comes from your parents, and then being in the church.
Yeah, being in the church, you know, I was in choir when I was a kid, St. John Baptist Church choir. That's how I got my singing. This guy named Devlin Jones, who plays Curtis Taylor Jr. in the show.
Mm-hmm.
He was our choir director.
Oh, nice.
And that's who taught me how to sing very well and like sing on top and sing on point. Like if y'all never heard of Devlin Jones, he's a local singer here in Amarillo, Texas. Man, man, I'm telling y'all, if y'all come see Dream Girls, man, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Cause Devlin, he can blow some pipes. I'm telling you, he can sing, man. He can sing.
Yeah.
And like Devlin, he's been a big inspiration in my life in singing, you know, because been around him throughout my years of growing up, hearing him sing again is like an angel coming from the sky and just singing, you know. That's how I fell in love with singing, and I put him as my influences in my singing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect it. You know, how I see it is like anybody who can influence you to do anything. You know, it's like for me, you know, I'll say I've here lately since I started doing this again. I've gotten influences from everywhere. My first live on location, and I thought it was gonna go bad, and you know, at first it did because this wasn't working or that wasn't working. You know, so it's like. I'm talking about the laptop and the camera. Not pointing at any of the buddies that's watching. You know, it's like it's your fault. No. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
I love you all. And so between the laptop and the camera, it eventually got to the point to where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it with my phone all day. So I had my banner up and I had everything just sitting there. And shout out to Danny Burke. Danny Burke, lead singer of Breaking Solace. He was like, hey, man, you know, try this. And he came and brought me all this equipment. And he's like, so what we did eventually figure out is he gave me a lapel that had a microphone on it. Mm-hmm. And I would hook it to my phone. And so when the bands were playing, because we had a magician, I think there's a comedian out there. I'm not sure. But there was magician. Yeah, magician. The bar fights were out there. A comedian. And then there's a bunch of DJs, which I would go and record the DJs, record people dancing until I got flagged because, you know, I don't know the rights to music. Yeah, that's the shitty part. So I couldn't record majority of the DJs because of that reason right there. Because it's like, I'll get flagged. And then, I upload this video somewhere else and it gets flagged there.
Mhm.
It's just a big ordeal that I was just like, you know what, I'll just avoid it in general. But I mean, I'd get like quick peeks of the DJ. I'd talk to them when their set was done. But what I would do is like I'd unplug the lapel mic and go and talk to them. Anyway, like that's way out of the point. But the inspirations come from some of these local artists coming together.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a band called Discarcia that's local here in Amarillo?
I think I heard it. I just haven't heard that music.
Okay. So to them, their lead singer Justin, he's big inspiration to me because he's a new time vocalist, just like I'm a new time vocalist.
Yeah.
And so I'm with you there. Like the moral of what I was getting at is any point of inspiration you can find from anywhere. It's like magic, and then when you start working with that magic, it just
That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, man. I know. It sounded like I wasn't going anywhere for a minute, but I tried to reel my thoughts back in.
Right.
He's like, what the hell is he talking about, man? Like,
for real. Like,
no, man. It's one of the things where it's like, like with you, finding inspiration anywhere. It's, you know what I mean? It can come from a sound, it can come from a person, it can come from food. If that's your thing. I'm not judging if you're a weirdo into food. Hey, man, that's your thing. Don't get me wrong. I like my food, but like chefs.
Mhm.
Good point. Like chefs finding inspiration and they're like, hey man, I was watching this cooking show and I saw this recipe, but I was like, I think I can make it better. Then they just give you that said recipe and you're like, bro,
right?
that right there is magical. I'm
Oh,
sorry, man. I just yeah. All right. So, what do you hope to achieve with your comedy, acting, music career, and what message do you want to put through your performances?
Well, I think the only one that's like important to me right now is my acting. Because
Yeah.
I always want to be an actor since I was about since I was a little boy. Ever since I first watched dang, what's that movie called? To put it this way, I've been a big fan of action films growing up. Like Jason Bourne, James Bond, Mission Impossible. Like I drawn to those action films, and I've always want to be in an action movie, like being like the main character because of James Bond. Because James Bond's been my hero since I was a little boy too.
Right.
And like singing otherwise too. That's like a secret, like a little secret thing that I've been keeping for like years and stuff.
Oh shit,
yeah.
My bad.
Everybody that I know pretty good heard me sing, but not the whole world, like the whole city or the whole world has never heard me sing before.
I got you.
They should,
But you do sing in the Dreamgirls?
Mm-hmm.
Right,
I do a little singing in the Dreamgirls. I sing with the cast and the group and stuff. I do a little dancing, because like being on ensemble, you have to do like every song, every dance and stuff. Because
I got you.
You got to make sure you want to be on point with it. You want to make sure you're feminine and make sure you go. Our dance choreography, Sean Wells, shout out to Sean. I remember one time I didn't get a step right, and he was like, I looked at him, I said, I'm not getting a step right. He was like, no, you're doing phenomenal. Keep that up. Don't let nobody tell you that you're phenomenal because you are phenomenal. He said, you didn't step on this property, think you're nothing. No, you are phenomenal. Don't think you're nothing. And I took that as a mode, as a mood for me,
He's like, all right, so I'll start working from here to there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I'm sorry to cut you off there, but your message you're portraying through.
Well, the message, basically what it is, I've been hearing this from my director. I'm hearing this from people. The message I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Always keep up with your dreams, because you might not know. You might see. I went to Amarillo Theater and they gave me some pointers because I never been in a type of big crowd like that. Like yesterday we had like a few other days we had like sold out tickets, sold out seats and stuff. And I've never seen people that like to come out here and see a Black African American show like that. And the thing is though, the message is keep up with your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Don't quit on it. Don't just keep fighting it and maybe you achieve it, because it's been a long time for me to achieve mine, and hopefully, I pray and hopefully that your dreams will be filled and achieved soon enough.
Oh yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
I hope my dreams come together with this with this here podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so number 9 is what are your biggest strengths as a comedian and actor, and what are you working to improve?
To be better.
To be better.
To be better. I heard this thing that Martin Lawrence said on the podcast. He was on Snoop Dogg's podcast, and he was like, just follow your path. You know, follow your path that you're going. Don't follow in the wrong path that you're going through. You know,
Yeah.
because if you do, there's nothing you can do. You know.
Yeah.
Because once you get in that greatness, you want to stay there and achieve it, or if you're gonna stay in the bad side, and that's not the way I'm trying to go. I'm trying to do the achieve side and do what I got to do and be great at it. That's what I do, you know. Because that's all I want to do is just follow my own path, you know. Because like I might have like other people, like other guys that's like coming up as me. I'm trying to lead them to the door, you know, just to be like, hey, come do this, you know. Help you. Help you get to where you want at point A to point B. And that's how I stick. That's how I'm trying to stick with it.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, man, that's one of the good things, you know. Like if you think about it, a lot of people just need a role model to these days. You know? And it took me a long time to learn that. Learned it the hard way because it's like I've always been stubborn.
Yeah.
You know, it's like never had anyone lead me to anywhere. And here lately, I thank my brothers. You know, my brothers giving me this opportunity, it's leading me to be better. And so I respect exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I love how you said that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's not taking the words that I couldn't put together, and you're just like, you know, to be better and to lead.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh yes.
What are your biggest strengths? Like, what is the biggest strengths as a comedian that you have?
Oh man, being funny.
Being funny.
Being funny as I can be.
It's like if it comes natural to you, then you know.
Sometimes I have in mind, I'll be like, man, I don't think I'm funny or not. And then like I be having these 2 other guys, you know how you see in cartoons?
Yeah.
And they have 2 guys like God and the devil, and you be like, what should I do? The God's telling you, do it. Go ahead and do it. And you got the devil right here saying, no, you're not funny. You're not good. I'm like, get the hell off me, man. Right. I'm going with God, you know. Right. Yeah. I'm going with this one because like if you be more funny, you know what I mean? I promise you're gonna get a lot of fans, you know. And that's what you want to get. You want to get more fans, you know. Because like the fans is your own eyes and your own P's and Q's, you know. Because they the ones liking you. They the one paying for you to come, like paying for them to come see you perform and everything, you know.
Yes.
That's all I want to do is like make more fans, you know.
I got you. Mm-hmm. Right. So then number 10 is tell me about your favorite performance experience and why it was so memorable.
I gotta say, man, right now, how we rocking with Dream Girls, you know, I think my favorite performance, everybody gonna love me for this, is Step Into the Bad Side. Cause like me and the guys, man, we like the first time we was practicing Step Into the Bad Side, man, we was like, man, we gotta be funky with it, man. We gotta be like grimy and like rough, you know, gotta be like the streetwise guy, you know.
Yeah.
So what I did, man, you know, I looked up on a lot of movies, you know, because like certain movies they be having like the streetwise, like West Side Story.
Yeah.
Like I drawn an inspiration from West Side Story, how the Jets and the Sharks, how they compete with each other and how they roughness and gangsterness and all that stuff. That's how I draw inspiration for Step Into the Bad Side of the West Side Story. And the West Side Story is my favorite book, favorite movie. I love the West Side Story.
Hell yeah.
So I thank the West Side Story movie and book to give me inspiration for Stepping to the Bad Side for Dream Girls.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I'm out of questions already. So this is one of those where it's like I think we're gonna run through them that fast.
Yeah.
This is the second time this has happened.
I know.
So all right, so I'm gonna start winging it from here. Is why don't you tell some of the viewers a little bit about yourself? You know, other than being the comedian and other than being the actor, why don't you tell them about like Mitcheal or Mitcheal? You know, tell them like give them a little story about like your background and growing up and becoming to the man that you are today.
Well, you know, I grew up in North Heights. It's a little neighborhood, like kind of like odd job, kind of like dirty neighborhood. Not dirty neighborhood because we got some good people like fixing up their houses and stuff.
No, I understand.
But I've been living in the North Heights area ever since I was born. You know, it's a rough, kind of like a rough neighborhood. One time there's like police is coming to see what's going on, and fire department and everything. It's like if it's a fire or robbery or anything else. But growing up in the North Heights, man, I loved it. I played basketball. I used to play basketball, football, rode my skateboard there. I had a lot of friends there, from here and there, and they. I'm telling you, man, my fans is my family. They're my friends, my family. Everything that's coming from the heart, it's got to be my fans, because growing up in North Heights, nobody don't make it out, and it's kind of like what I'm doing, or like some athlete, like we got athletes, singers, you name it, man. From North Heights, it's a blessing to live in that area because nobody don't make it out in that neighborhood, that hard, because it's a lot of crime rate, in that area and stuff, but living in North Heights, I love it, and that's my neighborhood, and I will always support North Heights. One day I'm gonna support it no matter what.
Oh yeah, man. I actually, I know you're talking about skating over there. And, good buddy of mine. I'm not gonna. Well, we're not good buddies anymore. But I'm not. You remember my buddy from high school, but I'm not gonna mention names.
Yeah.
Because But me and him used to go over there and skate around over there. He's took me to places over there that's. It's like, yeah, it's a little bit sketchy, but it's like,
Yeah, man.
you just get in and just be cool, it's just skate around a little bit. And,
Right.
I miss days like that, that big hill at the top, right? So it's like North Heights, you can go all the way up, North Heights, you can go all the way up to that big hill right there where I always forget the street name, but it's right there, kind of like by Thompson Park.
Oh yeah.
So,
I know exactly what hill you're talking about. Yeah.
So me and my buddies are actually making a skate video for another band here. And I told him, I was like, listen, man, he's like, I'm going to take you to this hill now. It's your choice if you want to bomb it. If you don't want to bomb it and you don't feel comfortable bombing it, I was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I was like, but if you got a drone, just follow me with your drone. I was like, I won't get too crazy, but, I'll be out there, swinging this way. And so,
yeah. See, the thing is, man, when I was a kid, I hardly didn't like going outside though. But until I got into my teenage mode, I'd be like, man, yeah, I need to start going outside more because back in the day, I didn't like going outside. But most of the time, man, like when I was a kid on my free time, that's all I did was either work out, go to football practice, or do skateboarding.
Right.
Because I was a skateboard nerd back
then. Man, I feel you, it's like I'm slowly getting back, my old ass is slowly getting back into skateboarding.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if you've seen the videos that I've been posting here, but man, I miss it so much.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like once I turn 30, it's like time for me to kind of just reset. It's like, all right, grew my hair back out like I did in high school.
Yeah.
Just, skating and music, man. So
there you go, man. Gotta have a passion for it.
Oh, dude, it's there. It's there.
Oh yeah.
This is a big passion of mine to do this now. The first time I started this podcast was a year ago, and my main thing was I was going to interview wrestlers. And shout out to all my wrestling buddies out there, but I don't know, man. I felt off. I felt different. I felt that, it came down to where it was like with my equipment and stuff. I was like, all right. So I quit doing the solo podcast, went back to doing the Three Amigos at the time. And then after the Three Amigos, man, I started getting that confidence back. I was like, all right, what? I'm going to bring back the Chingasos, So I've been gung-ho about it ever since, you know what I mean? Like there's a banner now, I got one shirt made. I got pins.
Right. Look, I got one right now.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's like this right here, it's just like I'm glad because I get to do this with you guys. It's like not only am I happy that you are here, like I'm 100% excited that I get to interview you. It's like a shout out. Hopefully we can get a date set, but Jordy Lucero, hopefully I get to interview him pretty soon.
Okay.
And from school.
Yeah, I know Jordy.
And then hopefully I can get like the next episode is actually gonna be my good buddy, the Hobo Man, Jordan Caleb's.
Oh, okay.
And he's well-known local talent wrestler here.
Oh, okay.
And then hopefully that works my way up to there and there.
There you go.
I got a big interview coming up with the band Gamma Side coming from Dallas. So I'm excited where this is taking me.
I know that's right.
It's like I respect what you do because you being a busy man, you got everything that's going for you. I just seeing the dedication and the hard work that you put into it inspires me to do better.
Oh man, thank you, man.
Of course, and that's where I was getting at earlier.
Yeah.
With like Danny and Justin, and then my brothers and Crows, with their hard work and dedication inspires me to get off my ass and be better.
Yeah, that's too, man. That's too, brother.
That's where I'm at. I'm just like,
right.
You know. But after explaining it, after telling a little bit about yourself, letting the viewers get to know you, how about you tell us some funny stories?
Oh man, funny stories. I got a whole lot, man. My friend Declan over here.
Shout out to Declan again.
Shout out to Declan, man. I remember one time, man, I don't know where we was coming from. We was coming from Lubbock, and his car was messing up, and all of a sudden we heard something say, and I was back there asleep, and I was like, what the hell is that? I said, what the hell is that, man? Dude, you got something in your car, man? You got a dead body in your car, man? What the hell you been doing, man? He's like, I ain't got no damn dead body in my car. And I was like, oh, shit, we got to pull over. Man, we went over, and all of a sudden we ran over a freaking skunk, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. I said, what, Declan? We ran over a skunk, bro. And he's like, is he dead? I was like, I don't know, man. So he probably does this all the time. What you think?
Get a stick.
See if he dead. Man, I'm telling you, man, we poked that damn skunk, man. That mother skunk got up. Phew! I was like, oh shit. I said, get back in the car. He finna spray her. I said, shit. He said, bro, he's gone. I was like, well, get back in the car, man. You know we in the middle of nowhere. We just coming back from Lubbock, man. What you know? Let's get in the car. Yeah. I'm like, dang, man. I'm saying, man, me and him, we been having some funny. We got a whole lot of funny stories, man. Just get discussing, but some of them are funny, like very, very funny.
Right? Yeah. Can you tell one of your funny childhood stories?
Man, I gotta say one of my favorite. I went on stage when I did my first comedy show. I remember one time. This is the first time I've been to this place. Very first time in the world. Six Flags. It was me, my brothers, and my sister and our cousin. My dad took me and my brothers and my cousin and my sister to Six Flags one time. And y'all know the ride, the Titan?
Yeah.
Oh my God, when that mug goes all the way up and then when it stopped, it goes. Me and my brothers looked down like. And then when that drop came, all you hear was me saying, oh shit! I said, man, this ain't better than the Texas Tornado at Wonderland. He's like, because Wonderland broke. I said, man, you right. You right on that, man. They need to fix on that day rides, man. Hey, Wonderland. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all need some new rides, man. I'm telling you, because the rides y'all be got is old. Very old.
What they just got that tower drop now,
See,
right?
That tower drop, man. I rode that tower drop one time, man, and I was like, man, I ain't riding this no more, man. It took my whole soul away.
I will not do it. I'm scared.
I'll tell you, man, like some of the rides at one. Yeah, is it for sale? What the hell?
Wonderland's for sale?
Hey.
The tower drop.
Oh, tower drop. I was about to say Wonderland for sale, man. Hey, y'all need to get up on that, man. I'm telling y'all, man.
Damn, that's crazy. They're just selling the tower drop already?
That's crazy, man. That tower drop been there for a while, man.
They use it for a big light to
Oh, that's it.
like a blood sugar.
It's blood sugar.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know they're trying to sell that already. I mean, it's only been here
Like for a while, ain't
I would say maybe like it's the newest ride. Well, so they expanded. Have you been to Wonderland lately?
Man, I ain't been to Wonderland in a while, man.
So
I took there.
Yeah, he used to work there.
I'm saying I took my daughter. I think we took my daughter out there. Me and Nicole, and they've expanded out a little bit. There's like newer subsections where it's like they got this little it's not like a little roller coaster. It's like a little dragon. It just goes on a big oval, and they got the swings ride that I can't ride because I'm too fat. The bar won't even go over.
Well, man, you get on these dang kiddie rides, man. You be like, man, I can't wear this stuff. Man.
I know, it was like my daughter was like, I'm scared. I want Daddy to go. And like the dude, he's like, man, if you get that bar over, you can ride. I was like,
for real, man.
I went and sat in there and I tried to pull the bar over. I didn't know if it was my shoulders. It was like right here. But I was like, I looked at my daughter. I was like, listen, Mama, you're gonna have to ride this one on your own.
Ride it on your own. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
She is like me. You know that tube ride where you get like little inflatable raft and it sends you flying.
Yeah.
That's her favorite, man. She'll ride that damn ride all day if you let her.
Man, I'm telling you,
Like we took her on all the other rides. It was like that one and the Frogger when I was a kid used to be my favorite.
Oh, the Frog Hopper was my favorite when I was a kid, man.
Now I get my old ass on the Rainbow and I'm like, and I'm like, I'm afraid of heights, but I get on the Rainbow and I'm like, oh shit.
You be like, man, that mud just go all the way up, like this, all the way around. You be like, oh man, when is it gonna stop?
Right. The Ferris wheel, dude. Oh my.
Yeah, man. Oh man, Ferris wheel is my favorite, man. I love going to the Ferris wheel. Every time I go to Wonderland, I love getting on that Ferris wheel.
Yeah. So speaking of this Ferris wheel now. It's like I like the Ferris wheel, but it's like every time I see a Ferris wheel, my eyes go to is the Warriors movie and the video game. Like,
yeah, man.
Love the Warriors.
I love the Warriors. That's my favorite. That's my favorite movie, man. I love the Warriors.
Honestly, man, that's one of my favorites. My favorite character to play in the game was Cleon.
Oh man.
So Cleon was the leader, but he had the do rag and the headband.
Yep.
That blocked all this, but like he did that meat roundhouse kick, but he had the best shit talk in the game.
I'm telling you, man, he did. Like Cleon was my favorite one in the game.
He had the best shit talk in the game. He'd be like, fuck, what would he say? He's like, I'm about to wreck your punk ass. It was like, damn, bro. Like I just. Cleon was the man, brother.
See, man, we don't make movies like that no more, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Like Hollywood, man, y'all need to give us a break, man. So reboot some movies, man. I'm telling you, I know some movies that have never been rebooted, been sucking, but y'all need to do the reboot of goddamn the Warriors, man. That's
actually one guy did reboot the Warriors.
Did he for real?
He made it. So he made it into like a fan film on YouTube. But so what they did is they dove in. You played the video games, you know what I'm talking about. You know how like after you beat the story, you had like origin stories that you can go play, like side missions you can go play, origins. So the guy who recorded the fan film for the Warriors, he actually went and did that. He actually did origin story as part of the movie because the movie goes like so the movie starts, they're on the train, they're gonna go see Cyrus. And then Cyrus gets killed. There's nothing. There's no lead up to that or nothing. So then the rest of the movie is just them running. Yeah. Running and hiding and trying to get back to Coney. Yeah. So the guy who rebooted it actually just he got a bunch of people in his area and they remade the origin stories of the Warriors, but it also ties on to the real movie, which I thought that was cool. But it's like you can only find it on YouTube and it's maybe 30, 45 minutes long at the most. But it's like, damn, like, reboot the Warriors.
For real, man, reboot that movie, man. I'm telling you, man, everybody love the Warriors, man. That's like one of the greatest movies of all time.
If you could pick your cast for the Warriors, who would you pick as Cleon?
I gotta say, his name is Damon. I can't hardly say his name. Damus Idris. He played this dude named Franklin off of Snowfall. I think he should be a great guy to play Cleon. Like really good. He like the dude, man. Damian Idris. He playing. Okay, you know the game F1, right? Yeah. They making a movie out of it with I think it's
the Forza, right? Forza
yeah. Okay. They making I think I forgot his name. Brad Pitt. Oh, okay. They're making a movie with Brad Pitt and him in it. Damian Idris. He's wonderful actor. Wonderful actor. If y'all seen the show Snowfall, Franklin, yes. That's who need to play Cleon. I'm telling y'all, great actor. Great.
So I've only seen, I think I've seen the first episode, and then I was interested, and then so things, man, I'll get into series, and then I'm like, I'm in and out so much, like I can't sit still.
See, I just now finished Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah, what do you think about that?
Man, I'm telling you, man, like Cobra Kai is
full circle,
man, of the Karate Kid. Like if y'all like Karate Kid fans, if y'all been a fan of Karate Kid, like 80s kids, 90s kids, if y'all grew up watching Karate Kid, Cobra Kai is where it's at. I'm telling y'all, man. I like this character. His name is Miguel Diaz.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Dude is a good athlete in that movie. And the Daniel LaRusso, Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio, that's one of the guys I drew on from acting too. Ralph Macchio. If y'all know who Ralph Macchio is, if y'all seen The Outsiders, My Cousin Vinny, damn good actor, man. He just got his Walk of Hall of Fame. Yep. Yeah, like 2 months, like 2 months ago. Man, I'm telling you, Cobra Kai is where it's at.
They're actually just rebooting another Karate Kid movie.
Yes, man.
And the cool thing about it is you got Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio in it. But
yeah.
I think they incorporated some Cobra Kai story into it as well, which I'm excited to see that because
man, I can't wait to see that movie. Me and my buddy Declan, we're gonna go see that when it drops. As soon as it drops, we're gonna go see it.
Oh yeah, I respect that.
I've been a Karate Kid fan since I was about 10 years old, man. And I love Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita, rest in peace. The wisdom words, like, so that's the thing about me. I usually draw on quotes and inspiration from other actors.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's this scene in the very first Karate Kid movie where Ralph Macchio's character Daniel and Mr. Miyagi there, like in a little room practicing, and he's saying, "Damn, son, you gotta have focus. You gotta have strength. You gotta have balance." So what it is, I take all my career, my comedy and my acting career into those genres and be like, which one is the balance? Which one is the focus? Which one is the, all that. And I just figured it out, That's how being good is,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that a lot. We were talking about the Karate Kid and the Cobra Kai's.
Mm-hmm.
Ralph Macchio has a movie that I really enjoy. So all the Karate Kids love it.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of the Karate Kid movies.
Yeah.
And, I like the one with Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like what they did. But it's like Ralph Macchio did one called Crossroads.
I heard about that movie.
So Crossroads is an old blues guitarist takes Ralph Macchio in and teaches him how to play blues. Yeah. And so at the very end, Ralph Macchio goes and faces one of the legendary guitar players, Steve Vai, in a crossroad battle. And that, hands down, that's one of the best endings of the movies I've ever seen, because it's like they're both getting down, and by the end of it, Ralph Macchio had already won, but he is still just getting down on that guitar, man. It's just, that's one of my favorites. I'm like, damn. Like, if Ralph Macchio is not only known for The Outsiders and the Karate Kids, but man, if he could just talk about like Crossroads once or twice, man, I'm like, man, brother, that's a good
Crossroads
movie.
Is a good movie, man. I love Crossroads. That's a good movie.
Anything about a guitar battle? That's actually, I had this idea, and I've told it in other podcasts, but this idea is I was going to do.
We were watching the previous.
Right. Well, it's like I know I have a delay on my phone, so like everyone. So what we're talking about now is live, but it's like there's a delay here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was talking about like the joke.
Yeah.
With you and Declan. Which. There we go. I made it live now. So anyway, that movie so it's like the Crossroads movie inspired my idea. It's I was gonna do like a Battle of the Bands. Pacos Chingasos presents the Battle of the Bands. What I was gonna do is it's gonna be a best of series and then the band.
Yeah. So
what I was gonna do is gonna be the best of drummer, best of guitarist, and best of bassist here in Amarillo.
Yeah.
Which invites all musicians and everyone to come in, and then at the end we do a big battle of the bands, and I do like a cash prize giveaway.
Yeah.
And so but it was like I told him I was like for the bass guitar and drums, I want it to be like Crossroads. You have a Crossroads battle.
Yeah.
So it's like a stage. So it's like what I was gonna do is like have a tournament bracket, have people send their clips, have people vote, do that, and then at the end it was gonna be the finals, the two finals. So it's like guitar finalists, and they're in a guitar battle with each other on stage, and kind of like Guitar Heroes.
Yeah.
There's like bass battle and drum battle, and then another day I do like a battle of the bands.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's like because of Ralph Macchio and into Steve, like Ralph Macchio, Steve Vai into Crossroads, and so I see you're coming from the balance, the focus, and the strength from Mr. Miyagi, but also Ralph Macchio. It's like that right there, man. I love it.
Oh man, yeah, I love it, man. It's getting me from point A to point B, basically, man. I take the motivation seriously on those.
Yes, sir. So now, okay, so we're coming up to the hour mark, And I normally run my podcast from an hour, hour and a half. You feel like you want to go in another 30 minutes?
Sure, let's go, man.
All right.
You
I'm
know
down
what
to
it
I'm
is?
down to get it.
Good.
Just keep bullshitting.
Shoot.
You know what I mean? So that's what I like. It's like to me, it's like I get to hang out with my good buddies and we just stream it.
Yep.
There ain't no pressure to it or nothing. We're just sitting here hanging out. Like
Oh,
it's like night and day. No time has gone by. You know, it's like in the words of the Necro Butcher, it's like it's like you can meet fellow wrestlers and see them one time, and then don't see them for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And then they get back together, and it's just like no time has passed at all. You just get to talking and get going from there. So shout out to the Necro Butcher on that one. love that. You know, last words from the Necro Butcher.
right.
You know that dude, Deathmatch legend. Love to have him on here.
Oh yeah, man.
Here soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, Wednesday coming. This actually coming up Wednesday. We have the Hobo Man, local talented wrestler here in Amarillo. He's gonna come join the Pacos Chingasos. We're gonna interview him, and then from there, man, hopefully get more wrestlers on and more people. But it's like my first comedian, my first actor, and then I met a magician at the expo who wants to come and do the Pacos Chingasos page. And,
Go ahead, man.
hey, man, so like I don't feel like I'm bad at interviews, but sometimes I struggle. So forgive me.
It's okay. Actually, man, I wanna do a shout out
Go
to
ahead.
all my cast on the Dream Girls, Mr. Todrick Hunt, T.L. Hunt, Natasha Gibson, Kyle Gibson, Hugh Fristo, Nels Bajork, Michelle Ashton, and Kaylee Colbert. Shout out to Ashton Colbert. He's a local rapper called Verse Colbert. If y'all listen to him, he's on all kinds of streaming service, YouTube. Look him up. He's the greatest rap. He's a great rapper.
Okay.
I gotta say, my Keisha Woods, Adriana Armstrong, Aspen Yorker, and Nicholas Schaefer and Zach Varelli. And I want to give a most shout out to Christopher Alford and Brendan Graves. I love y'all. Thank y'all for making me being a part of this show. It's been a wild ride from the rehearsals to practice to the shows that we're doing. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm blessed to have y'all in the family, my family. I can't wait to see y'all tonight at the show. Love y'all.
Actually, you just said Brandon Graves, and he actually just commented and said, "Sounds dope."
Shout out to my boy Brand, man. Yeah, man. I love these people, man. I love these guys. Love them, man. They like I said, ALT. We call it ALT.
Mhm.
ALT is it's like a school, man. You know, it's a school of change and one chance of life. You know, because you got all these veterans from like some is from Florida, some from New York. And they come and bring their talents in. I'll be like, some of them are younger than me, man. Some of them are like 18, 20, 21. And I'll be asking, man, give me some pointers, man. You know how I do this because it's way more better, like way more different than high school, like high school plays and stuff. And I was just like, man, y'all give me some pointers, you know, because I'm new, you know, I'm trying to be a veteran in this too, you know, trying to come and do like, because sometimes I get nervous and I'll be like, man, I don't know what's this and what's that. And I love everybody in Amarillo Theater, man. I'm blessed to have them as my second family.
Oh yeah. You wanna talk more about the theater? So it's like explain to me walking into the Amarillo Theater for the first time. Explain to me like what it's like walking into the Amarillo Theater.
Man, I'm telling you this right now. This is what my director Jason has been telling us. When you walk into the theater and you see all these shows and you be like, man, these people are phenomenal. Very phenomenal. It's magic, man. It's like magic. Like very. People that's coming from the meet and greets, like when we do like meet and greets after the show, and people are like, man, y'all are doing some good magic here at this production, you know. I've never seen people like coming up to us and saying like, you're doing good, you know, that's phenomenal. Like I had friends of the family that came and saw the show like 3 times in a row, and they keep asking me, they're like, man, y'all are doing fantastic. Like we got people from Dallas. Dallas talking about us like for real, and they like, man, y'all should come here, you know, tour. And I'll be like, well, you know, that's up to Jason though, because he's over that stuff. And I said, if that was me, I said, let's give it a try, you know. And I love Amarillo theater. I love doing theater, and it's been my passion ever since I was a kid.
Did you ever do theater in school?
Yes, I did theater in school. I did the Music Man as a townsman, and I played in Romeo and Juliet. I played Romeo's best friend, Mercutio.
Oh, okay.
Miss Downs, oh my God! Shout out to Miss Downs. Yeah, that's if she's still in
Mercutio was the one that was killed at Tybalt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I know my Shakespeare.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Romeo and Juliet, man. That's one of those stories where it's like, so back in the day, I mean, like school wise. Sorry, I am excited now because I get to talk about that. So back in the day, man, like I used to write poetry, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because I wish I could do it again here. And I wish I could do it here. You know, I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when I'm writing songs, you know, just writing songs is poetry. And like I won't lie to you, man. The only song that I've written, I actually wrote two. I've wrote for my band, which is one's called Cannibal Party, which I know it's like, oh no, cannibals, but yeah, no, it's a good song.
Yeah.
Cannibal Party, and I wrote one called Nuclear Power Bomb.
Yeah.
So our songs are themed with like wrestling themed because big wrestling fan. But dude, you know, back in the day, like I love poetry, but it was like reading poetry and like the stuff. So it's like between Shakespeare. After Shakespeare, I started reading like Robert Frost, and then I made my way to Edgar Allan Poe.
Mm-hmm.
And so started moving into that darker stuff, and so just like I loved it. Like between The Raven, The Telltale Heart, and he did another one that I fucking loved. Because I know The Telltale Heart is the one where he killed the old man and buried him in the floorboard. It'll come to me, but you know what I mean. So it's like I always thought of like doing theater. Always wanted to do theater, but man, I was weird. You know, I was like an orc dork. You know, I played the cello and bass, but I didn't do that when I came to Amarillo. By the time I was already done playing like orchestra, sophomore year of high school, then I came.
Yeah.
Tascos and didn't do shit.
See, I did like my singing career. I'm just name my influence too. My singing, like when I do singing, the first song I sung at the talent show, it was at Tascosa, and I sung Chris Brown's "Forever."
Oh, okay.
And I sung that, and I didn't get nowhere. I didn't win nothing, but like I said, man, you always gotta lose and win somewhere else, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like I remember Bobby Brown. One time he said when he was a kid, he got on stage and he kind of freaked out and just froze. And you know, when you do that, when you're young, you be like, man, I don't know all these people staring at me. You know, you just sit there like I'm stuck.
Never public speaking.
Yeah, and I'm like, and just walk out there. Now, since I'm older and I figured it out, I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
And like the singing and my singing influence, man, I drawn a lot. Well, basically, my grandma, I got all my music genre from my grandma. She was like the Motown and like from Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, The Temptations, The Four Tops, The Breeze, you name it. I grew up on all of them. But the only singing influence I drawn by these guys from the heart. I drawn by R. Kelly, Chris Brown, Jesse McCartney, Lil Wayne, A$AP Rocky, and John Mayer.
Okay.
Those guys, oh man, I love them. They making me feel like I'm singing like either rapping or singing, but all those guys, those are my influences.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you're talking about earlier. You're talking about not coming out. We've not been to a metal show yet.
Not yet, man. I've never ever been to a metal show. I always want to go to a metal show.
How do you feel about a bunch of dudes slamming into each other moshing?
Oh man, that's the greatest, man. See, man, the thing is about mosh pits. I went to a Travis Scott concert in Astro. It's called Astro World back in 2018.
Is that the one where like people were like fainting and
yes,
like
man.
that?
And you know they're doing a documentary of that, man, on Netflix.
It's gonna follow up.
Like what happened that night? Because like the first time I went there, it wasn't like that, you know. And like when Travis Scott came up, because it's kind of like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
He comes off of like a little roller coaster, and then he goes back into like into the deep end, and then all of a sudden he shoots up in the air, and he starts rapping or doing songs and stuff, and everybody just pushing each other. I like that, man. You know, I like mosh pits, you know, because that brings the tension and the hypeness up from your body and stuff, and that's how. Oh man, I love mosh pits. They're fun. They're very fun.
Well then, hey man, I was gonna say So there's a show coming up.
Mm-hmm.
There's May 25th, which is spoiler if you're watching, but my band we actually debut our first debut, which is Bomb City Pile Driver.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's a show coming up in June for the Atomic Yellow. Um, I'm sorry, but it's the Atomic Yellow. It's their 1 year anniversary. They're gonna do big bash, but then there's the one at the Rockwell Event Center.
Mm-hmm.
Which shout out to the Rockwell Event Center. They're starting to get big acts coming in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's this big band. Well, they're not big, but they're decent. I can't say not big.
We need to go to that, man.
But
Calendar.
there was Upon a Burning Body. They just
Uh-huh.
came through here. Just my good friend O'Neill actually just opened up for Soldier Boy just the other day in
Really?
Lubbock at Jake's. Yeah.
Oh wow, man! That's
So-
crazy. That's
so,
wild.
So like they're coming from Lubbock and they're coming right here to Amarillo.
Uh-huh.
But man, you gotta get out and check out some of these local shows, man. You know, it's the community here for metal music, and not just metal music, for rock bands and stuff like that. Even comedians. The Atomic Yellows put on stand-up shows at the comedian Javier Zamora.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know Javier. I know Javier.
My cousin Isai.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh, Eastside. Yes,
So Isai, he's married to my cousin. He's married to my cousin Cassandra.
Shout out to Eastside, man. That's
Yeah.
my boy, Eastside Zamora. Shout out to you, man. I hope you're watching this.
Is Zamora too?
Yeah,
Him and his brother.
yeah.
So it's Javier Zamora and his
Mhm.
brother. Okay.
Yeah. Man,
So-
me and Eastside go way back. We go way back in high school. That's my boy, man.
And so Isai, he like I said, married my cousin Cassandra, man, and he's me
Yeah.
and him we haven't collabed. We've talked about collabing on a bunch of things. Like
Yeah.
he was DJing, and at that point in time, I was trying how do I say this? After a few drinks, and, stuff like that, I can
Uh-huh.
decently flow. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I can decently flow. And so he's like, "Oh man, you gotta get on here and do this." And I'm like, "Oh no," but it's like he's heard some of my metal stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, "Man, you gotta let me come and do this and this." I'm like, "Yeah, man." So just but it's like I know that the Atomic Yellow is held like a comedian night, and you get over there and go do stand up at the Atomic Yellow and just stuff. So it's like all these communities are coming together, and we're making the Amarillo, and I can't just say the 806 because the 806 is everything in this
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
But in Amarillo's community is coming together, and just whether it's metal, wrestling, comedians, and rappers,
Yeah.
DJs, it gets to the point to where big shows are coming together, and
Yeah.
everyone's on the
See, the
bill.
thing is, man, Amarillo, back in the day, Amarillo didn't have that
No.
kind of stuff. So that's how our generation came up and trying to put Amarillo on the map, man. 'Cause
Oh yeah,
we got a whole lot of local artists, rock bands, singers, comedians, you name it, man. We got it all over here, man. And they putting it on the map, man. I think our generation is doing good,
Yep.
And I'm proud of it, I'm proud of our generation, man, because they the ones that's starting to putting everybody foot in the door, just like, hey, come do this, come do that. And
yeah,
I promise you're gonna make it. That's how I try to be like that. Because like one day, one of these kids, they can be like, man, how did you get into theater? I'm like, okay, I got you. Come with me.
Right.
That's
That's why I like doing this solo podcast, because it's like, to me, I get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
And if this is the podcast, it brings millions and millions of views. Not only do your fans, they're like some fans of you, they're like, how'd you find out about me? It's like, I watched you on a podcast, and I got to know you and relate to you and move on from there. And that's like, actually, it's like you're one of my inspirations and
Yeah.
stuff. So that's why I like doing this, because I get to hang out with friends that I grew up with and
Yeah.
stuff, or people on stage that I've seen before that I've admired for so long. It's just like
Yeah.
this right here, this helps me, helps you, helps them. so much,
Oh shit, we got a
And that-
comedy.
Oh yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. For Brandon again, I apologize. It says, "Appreciate it, bro. Glad to be in this ride with you. Look forward to doing more with you, my man."
Man, I'm telling you, man, Brandon, he's a good guy, man. He plays our MC in the show, and the way how he does it and stuff, like I seen this, like the stuff that he does in the show. He's an MC, and he tells like, "Hey, welcome to this. We have this headliner." And he does it real good, man. I'm like, dude, you good, man. Keep it up. Tell you, man, y'all need to come see Dream Girls, man. We're doing the two final shows tonight and tomorrow night. We have one from 8 o'clock, which is tonight, and then the other one tomorrow is 2 p.m. Man, come see this show, man. Come, please, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
How long does the shows normally last? Like, how long is the runtime?
Well, the Dream Girl show usually runs for like an hour. Well, it depends on because like we have intermissions.
Yeah.
Because we got Act One and Act Two, but basically it runs for like either an hour or two, basically.
Okay.
It just depends on how long the intermission is.
So tonight, is it live streamed? Where I can find the performance.
I'm gonna talk to Jason
Okay.
and see if we can put it on live stream. See if we can do live stream on Facebook or anything. We can just go from there.
Okay.
And I get what you're saying on it.
Okay. So it's like I want to, because I remember you gave me tickets before,
Mhm.
and then other things have happened since then, and I couldn't make it, which again I
Oh,
apologize.
that's okay, man.
But I do want to check it out. But it's like I have to the people who are watching tonight, the people who are watching right now, tonight, the Three Amigos podcast, we're live at 7. We have local band Bear the Mark for Microphone Mayhem, which, if you do got time, come check it out. If not, it's all good. So we got Bear the Mark, and then tomorrow there's a skate competition that I was going to go and try and check out. If I'm not mistaken, I think he said it was this weekend. But there's a skate competition. But other than that, like I don't really have anything else going on. So if it's at 2 p.m., I might get out there and
Okay.
go say what's up and shout out, and
Okay.
hang out. But yep. So just let the people who are watching know here. Like he said, 2 final shows tonight at 8,
Mhm.
and then tomorrow at 2
Yeah.
at the Amarillo Theater. So you got to go. You got to go check it out. I would love to go check it out. If I can't check it out tonight or tomorrow, I would love to watch the footage of it.
Okay.
Just because I'm like my buddy Justin says, to be a good dude and to support communities, you just go and do things. And if you can't make it, you try to show your support in other ways, whether it's watch the footage and push the footage and go from there. So I'd love to support this community in any shape, way, or form. Just to put, like I said, put Amarillo on the map.
Yeah.
And just because there are other podcasts here in Amarillo, and I'm pretty sure they're doing the same thing. It's just like I was in the Three Amigos. I don't know their names off the top of my head at the moment, but it's like to push this, to push the creativity and the love and the community, all communities here in Amarillo. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it so much. But we're pushing on an hour 17, man. I think we'll call it an hour 20.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to get off your chest? Is there anything on your mind? Is there anything you just want to say to the people who are watching right now?
People who are watching, man, Jason, everybody, I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for giving me a great opportunity to put my foot in the door and man, I'm telling you. And shout out to Miss Natasha Gibson. Man, you're doing good. You're doing good with your voice, doing good with your singing. I love it. You got people around Amarillo in my neighborhood talking about your singing and everything. Natasha Gibson, you're the best. You're the greatest. Keep up with the good work. I love you, and I see you tonight.
All right. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Pacos Chingazos, man. I thank y'all for the love and support that you've given to the podcast watching today. I thank y'all for the likes, the comments for Mr. Mitcheal Johnson here. Just know Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, we'll be interviewing Hobo Man Caleb Johnson, Caleb Jordan. Forgive me. We're going to get down. We're going to have Microphone Mayhem here, talking about his wrestling career, talking about his indie career, and futures and everything like that. Oh, real quick, here we go. Any future gigs so people can know that are coming up, comedy and acting wise.
Yes, I have a comedy special coming up in October. It's called Alive from North Heights. It's my very second stand-up show that's coming up in October. And y'all look on the lookout for my new untitled Goofy James Bond film. We're in the production of writing it right now. Whenever we get a chance, we'll give y'all a shout out, give y'all the quickness of the movie, and details of the movie that's coming out. Oh man, these characters, these casts that I got right now. Shout out to Miss Taylor Elizabeth Norman. She's my best. She's one of my good best friends. She will be playing in the movie. I don't know which character she's gonna be playing in. We still, like I said, we're trying to write all the try to get all this stuff down for this movie. But shout out to Taylor Norman. She's one of the main characters in the movie, and hopefully I can go and get some more guys and more women for this movie. And man, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be a part of it if you'd have me.
Oh, yeah.
even if it's just in the scene in the back. Oh, we got another comment at the last minute. Haley Vandergraaf. Hey, Mitcheal.
Oh, hey, what's up?
And yeah, man. So thank y'all for tuning in to Pop Goes Chingasos. Make sure you go check out Mitcheal and his upcoming live from North Heights gig. Make sure you check out the Untitled Spy movie coming out. Make sure you go check out Dreamgirls here tonight and tomorrow at the Amarillo Theater. Mitcheal, thank you for joining me, man. I loved every minute.
I'm pleasure to be on here, man. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir. And always, if you're new to Pop Goes Chingasos, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends. I'll be interviewing everyone in my local community, whoever I can get in my local community. Check out some of my promo videos. Sometimes I'm vulgar with my language, but pardon me. But if you're, it's like I said, if you're talented and you just want to just talk with somebody, you just want to talk in an interview, let me know. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Pop Goes Chingasos, we are out. There we go. And